Welcome to Haunting Harbor TV. Here, we delve into the depths of the supernatural, exploring haunted locales, sharing spine-tingling stories, and uncovering mysteries that will send shivers down your spine. Join us on this thrilling journey into the unknown, where every shadow holds a secret and every sound whispers a tale. Get ready to be captivated by the dark and the eerie. Welcome to Haunting Harbor TV, where fear meets fascination. Hey folks, I don't usually share stuff like this, but something happened to me that I can't shake off. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. It happened a few weeks back, but it's like it's burned into my mind. So, I thought I'd share it with you all. I live in this small town, the kind where everyone knows everyone else. Well, there's this old abandoned house on Maple Street that's been giving everyone the creeps for years. Kids dare each other to go inside, but nobody ever does. Until one night, a couple of my friends and I, let's call them Yaka and Sarah, decided to check it out. It was one of those nights when the moon was hidden behind a thick layer of clouds, casting eerie shadows all around. We laughed and joked as we approached the house, but I could feel this knot forming in my stomach. Something just didn't feel right. The front door creaked open with a deafening noise that made me jump out of my skin. We stepped inside cautiously, our flashlights cutting through the darkness like knives. The air was thick with dust, and the floorboards creaked beneath our feet. We explored the ground floor first, finding nothing but broken furniture and peeling wallpaper. But as we made our way upstairs, things started to get weird. The air grew colder, and I swear I could hear whispers echoing through the halls. We entered one of the bedrooms, and that's when I saw it. A figure standing in the corner, shrouded in darkness. My heart pounded in my chest as I raised my flashlight, but when the light hit the figure, there was nothing there. Just an empty corner, staring back at me. I tried to shake it off, but the feeling of being watched stayed with me as we continued our exploration. We made our way to the basement, where the air was thick with the smell of damp earth. And that's when we found it. A hidden room tucked away behind a crumbling wall. Inside, there was a bed, covered in stained sheets, and a chair in the corner. But what caught my eye was the writing on the walls. Scribbled in what looked like blood were the words, "He's coming for me." I felt a chill run down my spine as I read those words, and I knew we had to get out of there. But just as we turned to leave, we heard footsteps echoing through the darkness. Heavy, deliberate footsteps that sent shivers down my spine. We ran, stumbling over each other in our haste to escape. But as we reached the front door, something grabbed me from behind. I screamed as I felt hands closing around my throat, squeezing the life out of me. I don't remember much after that. The next thing I knew, I was lying on the ground outside the house, gasping for air as Jake and Sarah hovered over me, their faces pale with fear. We called the police, of course, but when they arrived, there was no sign of anyone else in the house. They searched the place top to bottom, but all they found was an old, abandoned building. No hidden rooms, no blood on the walls, nothing. It was like the whole thing was just a nightmare. But it wasn't a nightmare. I know what I saw that night, and I'll never forget it. The house on Maple Street holds secrets that none of us can comprehend, and I fear that one day, someone else will discover them, just like we did. But until then, I'll never set foot in that place again. I've been haunted by that night ever since. Every time I close my eyes, I see that figure standing in the corner, watching me with empty eyes. I've tried to convince myself that it was just my imagination playing tricks on me, but deep down, I know the truth. The police investigation didn't turn up much. They questioned us, of course, but there wasn't much we could tell them. They searched the house, but there was no evidence of anyone else being there that night. No fingerprints, no DNA, nothing. Some of the locals whispered that the house was cursed, that it had claimed the lives of countless victims over the years. Others said it was just a bunch of kids playing pranks. But I know what I saw, and I'll never be able to forget it. I've tried to move on, to put that night behind me, but it's like a shadow hanging over my every waking moment. I've started seeing things out of the corner of my eye, fleeting glimpses of that figure lurking in the darkness. I've tried to tell myself that it's all in my head, that I'm just letting my imagination run wild. But deep down, I know the truth. The house on Maple Street is a place of darkness and despair, a place where nightmares come to life. I don't know what happened to the person who grabbed me that night. I don't even want to think about it. But I can't shake the feeling that they're still out there, lurking in the shadows, waiting for their next victim. So if you ever find yourself wandering near the house on Maple Street, my advice is simple. Turn around and run as fast as you can, because once you enter that place, you may never come back out again. As we conclude our journey through the realms of the unknown, we want to extend our deepest gratitude to each and every one of you for joining us on this thrilling adventure. Remember, the mysteries of the supernatural are endless, and we'll continue to explore them together. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our content to keep the fear alive. Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and may the spirits guide you safely through the night. Farewell from Haunting Harbor TV.